It's something really useful for Africa.
So let's get into the very specifics of television in Africa now.
Yeah.
You're saying that it's more than just entertainment. It's politics. It's education. It's almost revolution. I assume is kind of where you're going with this.
Yeah. Because at the beginning, 20 years ago or maybe 15 years ago, you see a program on the TV. It was in French, English, or Spanish, and most of the people who sit down and look at the TV, they can't speak these languages. But since on these TV channels, people started to talk to people in African languages first. They start including the African music, which is very closer to the reality of people, because talking about the reality, the people started to promote our national sports like the wrestling with all the culture around it. In Senegal, wrestling is so powerful. It fills up thousands of people in the stadium to come to see it. And it's because of the power of television, because television promoted and people just joined the dance, And even our politicians, it was much more clear what they wanted to say to people when they start to use the television to talk in African languages, to talk about their programs. It's great, For me, this is the new kind of television that Africa needed to promote all the Millennium Goals, the fight against poverty, to protect the environment, because
gender equality, etc.
Environmental issues.
You're doing work with the UN, the UNDP. You're a youth emissary.
Yeah.
How does, I guess what I'm asking is, what is the convergence of your messages and your music, and how does that inform this other work that you're doing, and how does this other work that you're doing inform your music?
My inspiration have been always my community, the people from Senegal, because this is, even you're a very big name in Africa, you are part of your community. There is no barrier between you and your community. So people can come and to ask you question about what's your experience of life, how do you feel about politics, about religion, all this kind of stuff. And also, if they need your band or your voice to have a support for any of their project, they just come to you. Most of the concerts that I do, not in the big cities, but in small villages, it's not big, with promoters. It's an association of development of local people who just come to use the music to do 2 or 3 concerts, get the money, buy some table for classrooms, or help to the fields for the women. So for all this kind of projects.
There's real work that the music supports.
Development is connected to music. The music should be here to develop, to participate, to educate, yes, and to get opportunity to make this project work.
Gotcha.
So this is why I get in touch with UNDP after we did talk. We promised that we're going to use the culture. Since the culture is so close to people, we can use that to make people understand all the Millennium Goals, And
Millennium Development Goals.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. So the UN has this. Is it 7? Is it 7 or 8?
8 million.
The UN has this program or project. Definitely look it up. I'm not exactly sure what the website is, but the UN Development Project has these 8 goals, which are called the Millennium Development Goals, of which he is promoting and
when we get in touch, we did organize something that most of the musicians in Africa came to join me in Dakar, in Senegal, and we all promise everywhere we go we'll write songs about that, because the lyrics, the messages will get to the people. And also when we do interviews or we sit down with the kids or the young generation, we will talk to them even without the music, to make them understand that everyone should be part of this project, because it's to develop Africa.
Certainly. United Nations Millennium Development Goals. I'm sure you can find that and check it out. It's excellent work. You're an excellent artist, humanitarian activist. It's excellent talking to you. Thank you very much for sitting down and talking with us.
Thank you.
All right. Jeff Baraka, JBTV. Baaba Maal, y'all, for real.